Hello everybody, welcome to SO Studios. My name is Magnus, and today I am going to show you what is inside of this box right here. And in case you can't tell for some reason, this box includes all of my LEGO catalogs that I've collected over the years. So yes, I have a big collection of LEGO catalogs, and I still collect them to this day. And some of you might be wondering, why do I collect them? Well, I just think it's a fun idea to just collect catalogs. And I know some of you are also wondering, do I look at the catalogs themselves? Well, yes, I actually do. I actually do look at the catalogs, even the most recent ones. So in this video, I thought I would show you all of the catalogs that I have in my collection. And I have a lot, so this is probably gonna be a very long video, but we'll just have to wait and see how long this video will be. So in any case, let's just open up the box and let's see all of the catalogs. So let's start off with the oldest catalogs that I have in my collection. And I got these from a very old bulk lot that I got some years back. So let's see what catalogs I have. So first off, I have these types of catalogs. Apparently, if you buy a large LEGO set back in the day, you would apparently get one of these catalogs. So that's interesting that you would get a catalog if you bought a set. Pretty interesting. But this one is from 1986, and then we have one from 1987, so you got a little bigger. They're probably the same size as like a regular instruction booklet, so that's very interesting. This is from 1987, I don't know if I said away. And then this one, these catalogs you would get if you bought a smaller LEGO set. You would basically get these little pan flips. That's very cool, I guess. And then we have this one from 1990, so yes, this is the most recent one. And then we have another version where it's kind of like a Halloween version of the catalog, which is interesting. So yeah, those were the old catalogs, and now I do have two catalogs from 1989. I have one that's like this size, and one is a pamphlet, but I for some reason couldn't find them, which is very weird. But hopefully I will be able to find them. But I wasn't able to do that in time for this video, but maybe after this video I'll go looking for them, and maybe in the future I'll make an update where I show you those catalogs. But as of now, these are the oldest catalogs that I have in my collection. And then I have a bunch of catalogs that are like in this size right here. So as you can see, I have a lot of them. So what I'm thinking about doing is just move them to the side and showing them individually, one by one. So, the oldest catalog that I have in this style is from July to December of 2013, and I think I had one from January to June of 2013, but maybe I've lost that one. But I really love this cover because it basically shows a bedroom that is full of LEGO. Like, look at that. That's actually very cool in my opinion. And then we have January to June of 2014. And this of course shows the LEGO movie, because it came out in 2014. And I like right here that they show some art teams. That's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. And then the next catalog, I have a play right here because there are some wiring that I don't want to show. For some reason there are wiring on some of the catalogs. Don't know why, but I don't want you guys to see it, so I'm just covering it up. But this is from June to December of 2014, and this shows the Legends of Chima Fire vs. Ice Wave, the final wave, which is pretty interesting. And then we have January to June of 2015, which shows Ninjago Season 4 Tournament of Elements, which this is actually when I got into Ninjago, fun fact. So it's very cool to see it here. And then we have June to December of 2015, which my dad actually loves this cover because he thinks it looks like the poster for like a movie, and I actually kind of agree with that. It actually does look kind of like a movie poster. It's very cool. Anyways, then we have January to June of 2016, which of course shows Nexo Knights because that was new at the time. And then we have June to December of 2016, and this just shows 7 different themes, which is very cool. And by the way, I don't know if you can see this, but some of them are quite torn. That's because I've been looking through these catalogs for years. So some of them are quite torn. So I do apologize for that, but I don't really mind it that much. Then we have the catalog from January to June of 2017. This of course shows the Lego Batman movie, and there's even a little advertisement for Lego Life, which was new at the time. That's pretty cool. And then we have the catalog from July to December of 2017, which shows the Lego Ninjago movie. So whenever a new Lego movie came out, they had to show him on the cover of the catalogs, which I think is very cool. Anyways, then we have January to June of 2018. So here they just show 4 different themes. That's basically what they show. And then we have another one which has some drawings which I don't want to show you. But this is from July to December of 2018, and they basically show the same themes that were on the last one, but just in a different configuration, which is very interesting. But I don't really mind that. I think it's cool. Then we have January to June of 2019. So this of course shows the Lego Movie 2. So that's cool. And then this one, this catalog has been, you can see this has been in the sun a little bit because it's quite faded out, but that's totally fine. This is July to December of 2019, which shows Hidden Side, which I remember when I first got this catalog, this is actually the first time I learned about Hidden Side, or really its existence. So that's a bit of a fun fact. Anyways, we then have January to June of 2020. This just shows City, or I guess it shows City Adventures. I don't really know if I should say that, but that's what I'm saying. And then we have June to December of 2020, which shows Super Mario, because that was new at the time, so they had to advertise that. Then we have January to May of 2021, which it just shows 3 themes, as you can see. So not a lot going on there. And the same thing goes for the July to December 2021 catalog. So you can see this is the only catalog where a video is at the front. That's kind of interesting. And then we have January to May of 2022. And as you can see, we kind of have like a little scene where there are some kids playing with the sets. And we have the other themes right there. I think that's a little interesting actually. Anyways, we then have June to December of 2022, which again it just shows some kids playing with a friend set, and then just our themes right there. And then we get to some more recent catalogs. We have January to June of 2023. This of course shows the new friends and some other themes, which is cool. And then we have the July to December 2023 catalog, which shows streams, because that was new at the time, so they of course had to advertise that as well. And then we have the January to June of 2024 catalog, and this just shows 4 different themes, which is kind of interesting. And then we have the August to December 2024 catalog, which also shows themes, pretty interesting. And then we have my most recent one, which is the January to June of 2025 catalog. So this is of course showing the Formula 1 sets, which is very cool. It's very interesting that the first catalog of 2024 didn't show like the space sets. That was a bit weird, but hey, at least this shows Formula 1, which is cool. And I think that's basically about it. That was a look at my collection of Lego catalogs. And let me know if you have any of these catalogs at home. I'd be interested to know. And let me know if you even collect Lego catalogs, because I would be very interested to know. And by the way, I will still continue to collect catalogs because they're cool. I love collecting these. So I'm definitely not done with collecting catalogs, or really just Lego catalogs. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit that bell notification button so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.